Hey, good morning, folks. It's another month's flown by, and we're looking at May now. Hope you had a good April. We had a pretty good April. We're just finishing up our Texas winter, getting ready to. We're up in Lake Tawakoni, I think. A lot of you folks, I was calling it Tawakoni, and we got some suggestions that it's Lake Tawakoni, just east of Dallas, about 40 miles. So we've got another week here, and then we're headed up to Lake Texoma, and then over into Missouri, to Branson, Missouri. But we just put together the April numbers, and I'll go over the spreadsheet. First, I want to, as I do every month, there's a couple things I got to explain. In our monthly expenses, we don't account for the price of our motorhome, the cost of our car, or the cost of our 1,000 Trails membership. For you folks that hadn't looked at any of the previous budgets, we're a member of 1,000 Trails campgrounds, and our membership cost us $4,000. We bought it used. A new one is $8,000 or $10,000, I think, and maybe even more. They're called Elite membership, and if you're full-time RVing or plan on full-time RVing, we feel that it's just a no-brainer. This is something you need to consider purchasing. In our January budget, I'll put a link up here, but in our January budget, I spent about 10 minutes explaining how 1,000 Trails worked, and I have a couple of links to where you can get more information, and a link to a site that sells used membership. It's campground membership something. But anyway, the links are over there in the January expense report, and a pretty good explanation. So we don't pay any money to stay at 1,000 Trails. We camp there for free. Some charge a $3 upgrade for 50 amps, but most of them don't. And a lot of them don't have 50 amps. A lot of them just have 30 amps. That being said, another thing to understand, here's April right here. And in May, we're projecting what our May expenses are going to be. We're going to be out of 1,000 Trails quite a bit in May, so our camp fees will go up some. But here in the yellow, these are our 12-month, 11 months of actual, and then 1 month of projected. And the first column here is the total number, and then the second column is our average monthly expense for each line item. So that'll get you where you can kind of follow along in the spreadsheet. In April, we traveled 675 miles. We started out at Medina Lake down here by San Antonio. We stayed with my sister and brother-in-law up in Snyder, Texas for a couple days, and that's where we were outside of the 1,000 Trails, but we got to stay there for free. Then we went over to Lake Whitney for a couple of weeks, and then we're up here now at Tawakoni, I think. I'm sorry if I mispronounced it. So that's where we're at now, and then we'll be headed up here to Lake Texoma in a couple of days. In April, we spent $162 for fuel, and for the year, as you can see, we were going to be spending $4,271, averaging $350 a month in diesel fuel. Miles, let me go back up here a little bit. We in April drove 673 miles. For the year, we counting our 1 month of projections, we're going to drive almost 9,500 miles, about 750 miles a month. And this month we moved 3 times. Total in the year 46 times, and we're averaging moving 4 times a month. So that means we're staying 7 or 8 about a week at each place, average. 27 nights in 1,000 Trails. For the year, 300 nights in 1,000 Trails, and about 25 nights in 1,000 Trails a month. Now, if you look at this number here, if you just say you average $30 a night, which is a low fee, You can see right in there, that's $9,000 we would have spent for campsites. Now granted, 30 times 30, that's $900 a month. You can get monthly rates for $400 or $500, so you'd save a little bit less. But even at $500 a month, that's still, we would have got back our cost of purchasing a membership in the first year. And you probably don't want to stay a month at every place you go, so you wouldn't be getting that kind of rate. So it just seems real, just a no-brainer that it paid for full-timers. If you're part-timing and not using it that much, then not so much. But anyway, we're going to spend 300 nights in Thousand Trails, no cost for those nights, other than we have annual dues of $607. Nights out of the system, 3 nights at my sister's house. So diesel fuel cost per night is $5.40 this month. For the year, we're averaging $11.70 a month. Campsite fees this month, $1.70 a night for the 30 days. For the year, $6.57. So that's totally due to Thousand Trails. And 65 nights we've been out of Thousand Trails, 300 nights in Thousand Trails. For April, we didn't spend any money for camping, but we had it cost us $607 a year for our dues in Thousand Trails, and so we stick $51 a month to kind of average out our budget. Motorhome repairs, we had a couple of snags this month, and this is something that you're going to have, especially if you're in the same boat as us and you're buying a used motorhome. We have a 2007 Monaco Camelot Class A diesel pusher, and so it's 10 or 11 years old, and so things wear out bouncing down the road at 60 miles an hour. It shake, rattles, and rolls a little bit. This month we have a washer and dryer combo, and the dryer went out, and got my little multimeter out, it's up in a cabinet, and it's kind of hard to get it out, but once I got it out, I was able to trace it down, and it was a circuit board that had burned out. So I get that today, but I had to purchase it about a week ago. The compressor, we have a pneumatic automatic levelers. We don't have the hydraulic jacks, we just have the 10 airbags. It keeps the coach level. And the little compressor, it didn't burn up, but it was the piston. I took it apart and the piston was scoring, and so it had a lot of air leakage, and it's just running all the time. It couldn't keep up. So I got a new compressor. Our toilet water bowl started getting where it wouldn't hold water. You know, you want to keep a couple inches of water in it all the time, and that holds makes for a airtight seal from your storage tank to keep the smells out and stuff. Anyway, your toilet bowl needs to keep a couple inches of water in it, and ours would drain down after an hour or so. So I replaced that. I fixed that problem. I bought me a water hose so I could wash the RV and stuff. Most parks won't let you wash your RV in it, but we've been at several here lately here in Texas that do allow it. So got a little water hose, and then we're in kind of the next couple of months we're going through Tornado Alley up here around Dallas and Oklahoma and Missouri and up through there. And so we bought one before we left, but really bought it a couple of years before we left, and it won't hold a charge anymore. We've got our iPhones, but we felt we needed it just in case we lost cell service. Those tornado alerts are pretty serious. We wanted to make sure we had that, so we stick that under maintenance. So $603. 25 motorhome maintenance, $2,500 for the year, about $200 a month. We've had several things we've had to repair this over the year, but they've all been fairly inexpensive, a few $100 here and there. You're going to have maintenance depending on your luck and which rig you got. So that's where we're at there. The auto and gas, that there's just I think a car wash and a tank of gas. We've had some issues on our car. We spent the same amount on our car, and it's a 2013 Lincoln MKX. Almost identical, $215 for both of them. We've had some issues on it with our brakes and our tire front end alignment. We've gone through some tires. We had to buy a couple of front tires and buy some rear brakes, and had a 30,000 mile maintenance thing done down in South Texas. RV and auto insurance are, if I remember right, I think our car insurance is $900 a year. Our RV insurance is $1,200. So we stick this $175 in there every month. Last month we had our Roadside Assistance come up for $140. But anyway, $175 a month. Speaking of Roadside Assistance, you want either Good Sam, and we used to have another one, I forgot what it's called. But you want to have something in case you get stuck. They'll come and tow you to a shop. So that's something you definitely want to check into. Groceries, liquor, cleaning, and paper supplies. Everything that we buy in a grocery store we put in here. And for you folks that don't drink alcohol, we spend probably $100 a month on wine and beer and liquor. So you can take probably easy $100 a month out of that. But $860 for the year is $10,000 and averaging $830. But that's there. All our cleaning supplies, toilet paper, paper towels, paper plates, anything if we buy in a grocery store, it goes in that line item. Dining out, $189. We're averaging almost $240, $250, $2,800. Internet and cell phone. Oh, I don't know if you paid attention, but Apple has this deal with their batteries. They did something where they adjust how your phone works and stuff as your batteries discharge. And they decided that they were going to just replace the batteries in the Apple iPhone. So if you have an iPhone 6 or 7 or maybe even 8, they'll replace it for $29. And you hear rumors that it takes a week or two to have it done, but we called a place there in Fort Worth, and they said bring it in and they'd do it. We took Pearl's phone in, and her battery wouldn't hold a charge but just a couple of hours. It really went bonkers. But we took it in, and they replaced the battery in a couple of hours, $30, and it's like brand new. It works great. So we definitely advise you. I didn't replace mine because mine still works super good. But before the end of the year, I plan on replacing it wherever we're at come October, November. The deal is only good till the end of this year. So if you've got one, you need to do it this year. And we would highly recommend it. It helped a lot. Oh, and on that also, we spend $147 for, we have 2 iPhones and we have a jetpack. And all 3 of those devices get 15 gigabytes of high-speed internet a month. So we have 45 gigabytes of high-speed internet. And if we don't, I was uploading videos through the phone, but now I just go to a library or somewhere in town and upload it in 15 or 20 minutes. And now we have it appears we're going to have plenty of data from our hotspots and our jetpack. But that's both our iPhones and our unlimited Verizon cell phone service. DirecTV, we spend $156 a month. Probably kind of foolish, but we do. Medical, $512. We're on Medicare. We're both 70, or I'm 69 and Pearl 70. And so we're on Medicare and Social Security. And so our Medicare is $126 a piece for our Part B Medicare. Our Part, which is a hospital. Part D is our prescription drugs. That's $17 a piece. We have a Part G Medigap plan to complement our Medicare. And Pearl is $109 a month and $116 for me. So we're pretty much for the rest of the year $512 a month. And that takes care of our deductibles and co-pays and everything. Pet care, $9. Oh, that was just a little collapsible water bottle. We go on our walks and stuff, and Tinker, our dog, she gets thirsty, and we have to try to find some water and stuff. We found a neat little portable one we can take with us, and it holds water and opens up to a water bowl. Recreation and hobby, this month we didn't spend anything. I kind of got crazy last month with some camera gear and stuff, like $2,000. Bought a Canon 80D and a couple of lenses and accessories, and hopefully we can get some good videos and pictures with that. Computer, we just spent nothing on computers this month. Nothing on clothing. Mail was $15. Our daughter, we use all of our mail goes to our daughter's house, and then she scans it to us and mails us whatever it is that we feel we need. And thank you, Melissa. We appreciate it. And then we had some stuff we had to send to her. So that's what that was. So for the year, for the month, $2,981 this month. We're averaging $34.36 a month, so we're about 500 under. For the year, including our projected May expenses, we're going to be at $41,000. Hard to believe we've been doing this 11 months, and now we're into our 12th month. It's flown by super fast. So that's where we're at, $4,100. And we do a thing, it's called Frugal Budget, that we kind of try to figure out if the government decides they need to cut Social Security, or whatever happens. If we have to really get down to the nubs of stuff, we take out all the extras. So what this is we take out everything that we think we could live without to see just what we could get by on. And you can see that's $26,000 a year. And how it works, we cut our diesel fuel in half. We drove 9,500 miles, so we're saying that if we just drove half of that, so we stayed in one area that's got 3,000 or 4,000 trails or something, we could get by with $2,100. Our campsite fees, we just say we stay in 1,000 trails where we stay for free, and we pay our $607 a year in annual dues. Hello, buddy. Give me just a minute. We can take out $1,790 and pay our annual dues. Motorhome repairs, we didn't take out anything for that. You're going to have motorhome repairs no matter what. You're going to have auto and gas expenses. You've got to have your insurance, your groceries. You might could get by with a little bit less, and if you don't drink, you certainly could take $1,000 out of that. But we left all that in. Dining out, no dining out, you just eat at home. Internet and cell phone, you got to have a cell phone and internet pretty much. So we left all that in. DirecTV, took that out. Medical, you got to have medical, so obviously that's still in. We took all the pet care expenses out. Recreation and hobbies all come out. Computer, if you got a computer now, you get to keep it, but we wouldn't get to buy anything new. Took all the clothing out, and we left the mail in. So we figured $14,000, almost $15,000 we could take out. Now, obviously, you're not going to take all that out. Some of it you're going to splurge. You may have to get another computer. You might go out to eat a couple times, but up to $14,000. So we figured we could get by on somewhere between $26,000 and $41,000 a year. So that'll give you kind of an idea. I know a lot of our viewers, like 90% or 70% of our viewers, are between 55 and 65 years old. So that tells me that the people watching our channel are people that's probably on the verge of retiring and trying to check out and figure out what it costs. So I think a pretty safe thing is between $26,000 and $40,000. So that's it for April. I hope seeing our numbers helps you figure out what your numbers might be. One thing I would like to mention, we've got an Amazon affiliate link, and the link's down in the description below. And quite a few of you are using it, and we certainly do appreciate it. But we've had a couple people send gift cards. Please don't send a gift card. We're not looking really to use Amazon link to support our lifestyle. We've got our budget. We got our budget worked out. Everything's going just great. The two reasons for the Amazon link: one is it kind of helps keep us motivated. It shows that every day people are buying stuff and going through the effort of clicking on our link and saying to us, that's like saying thank you, and we appreciate it. That money we're planning on either donating it to a charity, or maybe we kind of thought it'd be nice to have a meetup somewhere, maybe in Florida this fall or something, and use that Amazon money. There easily could be $500 or $1,000 or something in there by this fall. So whatever's in there, we might use it for a big meetup and let that pay. You know, we go to a restaurant or something and let that pay for it. If you guys got any opinions, that'd be great. We would. There's a lot of seniors, baby boomers that are retiring that are maybe having a hard time of it. We might, you know, contribute it to a veterans thing or an old folks home. But it's not just, the point is, it's not to support our lifestyle. We're not looking to get the money to go, you know, do whatever. We got all that covered. It's just, we appreciate you guys using it, and it shows us that you're thinking about us. But don't send gift cards. We don't. I guess we could contribute the gift card to the Amazon affiliate, but the affiliate, I think, will get the cash. There's a little over $100 in there now, and I think we'd be able to put, Amazon just sends us the cash, so we'd set that aside, and what I'd like to do is use it for a big meetup. Maybe go to a restaurant and let that pay for the dinner. So anyway, that's where we're at now. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you got any more questions, leave them in the comments. I'll put our email address down around here somewhere, and shoot us an email if you got some questions. If you want a copy of the expense spreadsheet, don't hesitate to shoot me an email. Don't just leave in the comments I want a copy. You got to give me your address. So send me an email and I will forward you a copy of the spreadsheet. And I've got a maintenance spreadsheet that I did a video on. You can find it, or I'll put a link up here. If you want a copy of that spreadsheet, it kind of gives you an idea of all the systems that's in your motorhome, so you can start setting up your own maintenance spreadsheet and getting your own numbers. So give us a thumbs up, subscribe if you hadn't already, and hope that May is a good month for you. Keep the wheels rolling, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.